Bonjour. Chris Mystery Cleaning, cleaning with the Foul Coast. See what I did there? I've gone a bit sort of continental for you. You're welcome. Let it never be said that Chris Addis lacks class, but there you go. We've had a bit of a busy day today, and as you can see, it's getting a bit dark out there. It's, you know, sort of 3:45, so I'll try and make this brief. I wanted to drop a video and talk a bit about how you message the customer the night before, how you communicate with the customer. Now, obviously, we use the Squeegee app, and it's, again, we're not sponsored by them or anything like that, but we just prefer that as a system. It's nice and simple. You can operate it from your phone. Jobs are good one. And on the window cleaning forums, which seem to be a never-ending stream of inspiration for video content, you know, thank you, Mark Zuckerberg. They've there's a guy on there who's been asking about how you communicate with the customer, texting them the night before. It's not an unusual thing, right? Okay, so that in itself was by the by, but there was a comment in response to that question, which kind of got me thinking. And the comment was, we do not text the customer the night before, as it gives the customer the opportunity to cancel. And I have no disrespect to the person that wrote that. In fact, you know, the fact that you have written that comment shows that you are, at the very least, prepared to help another guy out on the forum. But I would say, with the greatest of respect, that speaks volumes about your confidence facing the customer, which in my humble opinion is key amongst anything else. Okay, so what is wrong with that mindset? Analyze that and listen to it back. We don't text the customer the night before because it gives them an opportunity to cancel. And I'm thinking to myself, yeah, okay, what makes you think that, you know, if you don't text the customer that they can't cancel anyway, right? So this tends to be, in my experience, something that a relatively newly minted window cleaner would say. And judging by the guy's profile, and I'm not going to mention who it is, but judging by the guy's profile, he's been doing window cleaning a fair amount of time. Okay, but it does, the way the comment itself speaks to his lack of confidence in dealing with a customer cancelling, right? Now, you have to ask yourself, right? So here's the thing. Why do we text the customer the night before? Dead simple, right? When we turn up to clean windows, whether it's me in my van, or whether it's Adam, or whether it's, you know, Paul, or whether it's Carl, or whether it's Andy, when they turn up to a job, right, they want to get in there, do the job, do their funky thing, you know, get back in the van and on to the next. And we want to make it as easy as possible for us and safe for our guys as possible. But here's the thing. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, well, it's all right for you, Chris. You've got employees, etc. and all that sort of stuff. Yeah. Get this, though. I've always texted my customer the night before from day one, when I was a one-man band on my own, ladder and bucket. Okay. And why did I do that? I didn't do it out of I didn't do it because I was just like, well, you know, I'll let you know that I'm coming, etc. and all that sort of stuff. I did it as an efficiency thing. If you climb 20 gates a day, one day you will break one, and that will wipe out a good chunk of your profit for that day. Why would you make a rod for your own back? Yeah? Why? Do you know what the biggest common complaint of window cleaning customers over the years that I've heard is? I mean, you know, have a guess, yeah? It's the fact that they never know when the window cleaner's coming, right? So you think to yourself, right, well, okay, well, I can tell you when I'm coming. I'll just text you the night before. Is that all right? Perfect, right? You would not believe the amount of times I hear people say, never knew when he was coming, he'd knock on the door at tea time, blah, 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 you know, all this good stuff. And here's the thing now, we text the customer the night before, we, you know, offer online payment, etc., all that sort of good stuff, right? But I've offered bank transfer from probably within about sort of 4 or 5 months of me starting. Once you get a good number of customers on your round, it makes life so much easier for you to transfer them over to electronic payment. So, you know, you're only going to do that if really you communicate with the customer. So here's the thing. If you, you know, and any people turn around and say, oh, well, you know, why'd you bother texting the customers the night before? If the customer asked me to text them the night before, I drop them. And I'm like, why? These are people that want your service. They just want you to communicate. But guess what? The communication does come at a price. It's not a freebie. You know, if I text a customer the night before, I'm taking time out of my day. Yes, it's only 5 minutes, but it's 5 minutes I could be doing something else. So here's the thing. If you want me to, I want to walk through an open gate and you want to know when I'm coming. Cool. So let's meet in the middle. This is what it is, isn't it? A customer relationship with a service provider. Okay, it's a relationship. It's a two-way thing. It's almost where you have to meet that customer in the middle, right? So why? So I don't understand, for me personally, what people, and it's not just this young lad, I've heard it from other people, say, oh, I don't text the customer the night before, it gives them an opportunity to cancel. What makes you think the only reason that they're not cancelling is you not talking to them? You know, what makes you think that that the customer can't pick the phone up and just say, yeah, actually, so-and-so, don't want you to do our windows anymore, it's how much, put his phone down. What's stopping them? Nothing's stopping them. When you create an agreement between you and the customer, okay, it's a verbal agreement more often than not, okay, you know. But for us, if a customer community, I'll do a separate video on this about sort of T's and C's, etc. But for now, the issue for me is it's one of those. If you can ultimately solve a problem, and I've done videos about this in the past, if you can solve a problem for the customer, okay, take that off their hands, right? You will win. That's it. You're in the business of cleaning windows, but ultimately, if you can clean the windows and provide that service with as little, you know, fuck about factor, as little hassle for the customer, you will win, hands down, every time, no questions asked, right? So take the time to communicate with your customers, right? Have the confidence to stand behind what you do. You know, why would you not communicate with the customer? You know, it's the biggest complaint. We're picking customers up left, right, in Chelsea, and I've just done a job today, up on Mains Lane, which in Blackpool. If you know, you know. There's a number of big houses up there, and me and Paul, we've just done a gutter clearing job today. It was honking, absolutely honking, and this house has their own sort of a full-time groundskeeper that works on the site, sort of thing. To, you know, that's how big this house is. It has its own full-time groundskeeper, and so, you know, they basically sort of asked us to do the gutters and clear some of the channels out of leaves off the roofs and stuff. You know, with two of us, relatively easy job, but a little bit time-consuming. No biggie, right? And then it's quite funny, the window cleaner turned up as well to clean the windows on this house. And I know the guy, but he doesn't text the customer the night before. The guy's been in the game far longer than I have, right? You know, he only has the one van, and he has a guy that, you know, goes with him, that he sort of pays cash in hand, sort of thing. And, you know, if that's how you want to run your business, happy days. I ain't got a problem with it. All power to you, right? But the customer saw us turn up, and what happens is we were clearing the gutters out, and again, because he didn't text the night before, we're clearing the gutters on windows he's just cleaned. So I said, well, don't worry about it. As soon as we finish, we'll give him a clean after you've gone. Oh, okay, fine. And so they get back in the van, they do the window cleaning, etc., get back in the van and drive off, sort of thing. Now, this lad the window cleaner was operating 2 weeks behind. He's always behind because he doesn't know how to organise and plan. And he's not that disciplined with things like a rota. So if you have a rota, he will say things like, if it's raining, I'm not working. Cool. Again, no problem with that. If that's how you want to run your business, all power to you. But that has consequences. So he's now behind by 2 weeks. The lady and the groundskeeper asked me how much we charge for window cleaning. Now, bear in mind, I have not stolen the job. I have literally sort of, they've turned around to me and said, how much do you charge for this? I've given them our price. I have no idea what they pay the other guy to do. And I have not actively gone out of my way to win that job off that window cleaner. Okay, we were just there to do the gutter clearing, and that was that, right? But because the guy is not very disciplined, because the guy, they never know when the guy's turning up, because the guy doesn't communicate or text, etc. Okay, the lady, and I've been told this, so the groundskeeper and the lady went online, saw our website, looked at our reviews on Facebook, and basically decided actually we'd rather have Chris take over the window cleaning, etc. And they've asked me to take over the window cleaning from the new year. Because the thing is, it's not because the guy couldn't do the job. You know, the other guy was doing a good job on the windows, right? The reason why they got rid of the guy, or they're going to get rid of him and take us on, is because they never knew when he was going to come. Because here's the thing, if you're going to be delayed because of weather, if you're one of these window cleaning window cleaning companies that delays what they do because of weather, that's nothing wrong with that. You just need to communicate with the customer, yeah? Because if the customer knows, the customer knows, right? But if you're the sort of person that goes, oh, I'll just turn up, then that creates a problem for the customer. Now, as a business owner, you're not there to create a problem. You're there to solve one. Clean the windows, but do it in such a way that's clear, concise, and stress-free for the customer. You know, how many times have you, as a homeowner or someone that rents a property, etc., a tenant, asked for a contractor to come and give you a price on something, and they've just not turned up? They've not even texted you. They've not even let you know that they're going to be late, etc. And you've just gone, all right, well, see you later, mate. If you can relate to that and say, that's annoying, that's out of order, but you're then doing it to your customer, well, you've not really much room to wiggle it out of, really, have you? You've not much room to complain. So all I would say is just put the customer first. You know, in that respect, you ultimately let the customer know, because when all said and done, they have to be happy with the service, not just the result of the cleaning. They have to be happy with the service. And it is a service-based business, so let's serve. You know, so why, if you serve the customer and do a good job, why they won't get rid of you? Though, if anything, they will hold on to you for dear life. And I'm also told that, and it's demonstrated in other videos that I've done in the past, the groundskeeper has openly said to me, and I don't know how much, right? But he's turned around and said, well, you know, you charge more than the other guy, but the customer wants reliability, and that's the thing. You can, if you can, you know, be more reliable. If you're more reliable, then you're more reliable than the next guy. Customers want reliability as much as they want a good job. They want reliability. And they want communication. So be reliable, communicate, do a good job, get paid, but charge more for the service. Why? Because you're 5, 10, 15, 20, 100% better than the other guy. You know, deliver value, win, but communicate. You know, it's not difficult, I promise you. You know, it takes what, 5 minutes of your time to text 20 customers in the evening. You know, squeegee app, it's a button. So, okay. Oh, I'm just going to warn my customers. I'm coming tomorrow. Click. Done. What hassle and heartbreak have you taken on to achieve that? Answer, absolute square root of nothing. Let's just say that. I shall see you in the next video. Keep on keeping on, as per usual. Take care.